3 separate suitcases found floating in Florida waterway contained remains of one woman. Geez, women can never go anywhere with just one suitcase, can they? What's the stupidest real men don't you've ever heard? Sleep on their stomachs. I agree, because if your ace is facing upwards and just looks all fat, round and jiggly, there in the middle of the night, the devil might get tempted to either eat it or pound it with his 20-inch clock. So it's better to sleep with your ace against the mattress to avoid tempting any supernatural creature that might be lurking around, like a werewolf, cause being ducked by a werewolf isn't only guy. It's also furry behavior, and real men don't partake in furry activities like getting a massive nalosum from a thick knotted werewolf nut. My high school had an active shooting treat earlier. No one got hurt, but students did find the shooter's IG. Not even a shooter, bro. You ain't shoot shot. Drum mag with no shots is crazy. Stormtrooper aim ace NGA. 0 eliminations. Must have forgot he don't got no ops. My teacher accidentally called me by my name in class today. Where's your homework, cram guzzler 60 night? When someone seeks Reddit for help with their marriage or other relationship advice, the unanimous reply will be, leave that toxic relationship immediately. Go go go. The question is always something crazy like, my husband beats me, and the kids 3 times a week. Lately he's added an extra 2 days. Should I leave him? If you were offered $50 million to take a pill that kills you when you turn 70 years old, would you take it? Why or why not? I would literally take a pill that kills me in 72 hours for a donut. What is something that is publicly accepted for women to do, but men can't get away with? When I was younger, maybe junior high, I got roped into watching my 3-month-old niece while my sister got her hair done. So when there I am, sitting in the waiting area of a hair salon with my niece, and who walks in but Keanu Reeves. I was nervous as duck and just kept looking at him as he read a magazine and waited, but didn't know what to say. Pretty soon though my niece started crying, and I'm trying to quiet her down because I didn't want her to bother Keanu, but she wouldn't stop. Pretty soon he gets up and walks over. He started running his hands through her hair and asking what was wrong. I replied that she was probably hungry or something. So, Keanu put down his magazine, picked up my niece, and lifted his shirt. He best fed her right there in the middle of a hair salon. Chill guy, really nice about it. Women are hornier than men. Change my mind. I was so honey once I made a hole in my wall and started ducking my house. That drywall ain't gonna be dry much longer. FUTA. Federal Unemployment Tax Act. There are actually around 40 rules to FUTA. The 34th one is very interesting. It can actually prevent certain unemployed people from paying taxes. If you want to learn more and not pay taxes, search up FUTA Rule 34. Women are born with innate power, a form of magic. But every time somebody ducks them, they give some away. He takes it. That's why the most powerful men have slept with endless women. And the least magical women have slept with endless men. His cellmate took the magic from his ace repeatedly. What would be the worst job to do, Neek? Mall Santa. But we are siblings. Isn't that weird? They're still my number 1 sibcest couple to this day. Too bad their relationship is way too rushed in the anime. Same. I like these two. A little jealous that he has a bigger butthole than me and I'm a girl. How far can you sweat? Irma female on Reddit. May I please inquire about her feet? I would be ever so grateful to merely consume just one measly whiff of their essence. I jest. Unless the fair maiden would be so generous. I'm so sorry to say this, my fair fellow, but I'm under of the age. Ducking hole, leading me on. Duck you. Okay fine, I cheated. On my wife. Let's ducking go. Welcome back to the game. You. No more eugenics. And you. No weird prisoner cannibalism. Other than that, let's all have fun. Hey Morty. Morty, look. I turned myself into a pickle. I'm Pickle Rick. Morty, I need you to put me in your race. Put me in your race, Morty. Why do people have to sexualize Tinkerbell? One of my fat charts growing up. And when I see part of her I'm disgusted. She fits in a jar. Getting a nose job, so my future kids can be born with naturally small noses. Getting a sex change, so my kids can go duck themselves. You wake up in the year 3020, after being cryogenically preserved. What is the first thing you do? Boot up a pun simulation and let rip 1000 years of built up spam. That jazz will fly so hard it will pressure wash the logo off the NASA shuttle. 62,937. Flush him. Spare him. Pee on him. If you heard your roommate pleasuring themselves, what would you do? We will have a competitive 1v1. What's the worst thing to say to the person next to you at a urinal? Sword fight? Twitter is being rebranded as X. I can't wait to retweet all those S videos for my friends and family. They should introduce a mascot to establish the new brand. Say a hamster. The S hamster, they could call it. Young male bitch and city on the rise. Share of men under age 30 who report 0 female sex partners since they turned 18. 0 female sex partners. What's the worst thing to say to the person next to you at a urinal? Nice watch. I can ruin this with a single comma. Nice watch. Guys, he didn't ghost, he was just dead. I feel so much better right now like rip, but I thought it was an issue. Must resist, must restrain. That's the ugliest ducking kid I have ever seen. Society when girls remove polish using chemicals. Society when Hotler removes polish using chemicals. What's the difference? Hotler was not a girl. I really miss her, man. Bet she bad. My grandma bro. What caused your sexual awakening as a kid or teen? That scene in Return of the Jedi with Princess Leia and Jabba the Hutt. As an adult, I really wanted to recreate it, but I could never find a woman willing to dress up like Jabba. What's the best comeback to I slept with your mother? My mom is a pile of ashes, but still the wettest catty you have ever gotten. Breaking. Missing millionaire crypto influencer Fernando Perez Algaba found dismembered in suitcase. Lots of crypto millionaires were killed this year. Surely this can't be a coincidence. It's a bit coincidence. Due to a broken bone, I was prescribed morphine. I took it as prescribed, and one afternoon, I took my pill and laid down to take a nap. The morphine caused me to sleep very deeply, and I aspirated in my sleep. I stopped breathing. Thankfully, my sister happened to just stop by to check on me that afternoon. She found me not breathing and unresponsive. She called 911, performed CPR and mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. I woke up hours later in the ICU with some chest pain, and I was very groggy. I was very confused when I woke up. Just thought it was a dream. Thanks, C's, for saving my life. Mother Ducker got to take morphine and kissed his sister. Some guys have all the luck. I received my heart transplant after being on the list for only 7 hours. I had a friend of a friend in New York who needed an organ transplant. The doctor evidently told her, you'll be waiting for a year here. Go to Florida. They have no helmet laws and year-round sun. She moved down and had a new liver in a few weeks. I have posted seal pornography. Engineer voice, what, how much? I just did something so unreal. I was on my 5th day without masturbation and porn, and I was somehow able to manage my urges, but then I was left alone at home. I was literally so horny, and there was this chair kept at home that had a hole in it, and unfortunately that was a perfect fit. What should I do now? Holy shit, what should I do now? Does that mean I have lost my bitch and city to a chair? Man, duck this subreddit, you're weird. Law regarding manslaughter. So while ago, I accidentally killed person in self-defense. I have video proof with audio, but didn't bother to call police at that moment. Corpse smell worsens every day, and I'm afraid that my neighbor might start to suspect me. If I turn myself to police, how many years do I get? 5 to 8 minimum, I think. I splitted victim head with axe. Does that affect the sentence? If I dismember the body, does it affect my sentence? What is the sentence if someone reports me? Bro can hear the TV on 0 volume. Bro tracks the food delivery guy without an app. Some of y'all's kids got some big ace heads. My little cousin head is crazy, not gonna lie. Nick Calder worded this way better. Yeah, it's just rude when they don't have board games. When I go into an adult toy store, but there's no board games. They've just got really strange versions of Throw Burrito. Tom Kenny, the voice actor for SpongeBob, has been married to the voice actor for Plankton's computer wife Karen, Jill Talley, since 1995. Quick doodle of Plankton in the clutch chair. What the duck is a bussy? It's a guy's catty, an ace-hole basically, his brown star, his peep shoot, his Hershey hole, his chocolate pocket, his pocket starfish, his shut shoot, his chocolate faucet, his peeper hatch, his meat donut, his one-eyed Gomez, his slop stop, his snoogling. Flag of the British Empire collapsing. This is what J.K. Rowling sees in her nightmares. Half of the entire Germany has dedicated their lives to this. If we are not allowed to conquer stuff in real life, we will do it virtually. Honestly, I have no idea how a country this well coordinated loses 2 world wars. Hangman's Loop. I done this in my car, about to go into the woods. Now thanks for the help. Please don't hurt yourself, I care about you. Happy to help. Andrew Tate is a breeding ground for god-tier insults. Okay, but who wants to look like the ace-hole landlord on the internet? What the duck? Tate is multiple kinds of ace-hole, like a hydra, but at the other end. He needs all those ace-holes for Romanian prison. The best Halloween costume of the year. His arch nemesis is Legs Luthor. Canada has free healthcare, just ship him off to there and we're good. It's cheapest to put him in cargo, so let's do that. What's he gonna do? Walk out? But I'd put the fun in funeral. I'm going to start a business where people pay me to show up meek at their funeral. My tagline will be put the bear in burial. Better than putting the cream in cremation. Twitter will officially rebrand as X later today, Elon Musk confirms. So videos on the platform will be referred to as S videos now. China can take Taiwan whenever it wants. China has the world's largest navy and can win a war of attrition with the US. Chinese manufacturing means it can outproduce the US in a long war. China could push the US out of the Pacific. 100 trillion social credits has been deducted from your social score. Section date will be on the 29th of July at 9 AM. Failure to show up will result in further points being deducted and notification of your local police force. You have been warned. My honey ace could not live with SpongeBob, them holes finna get put to work. You monster. Just bring him out and he's good as new. That mother duck about to become a scrub daddy after a while. Nice drawing. Did you know, if you eat enough human flesh your body will start adjusting to your change in diet and your body will start eating itself, because it thinks that you're eating flesh. Drawings. Thanks for letting me burn eyeballs. My job puts me around 1000 tons to 4500 tons presses. I absolutely refuse to go under or in them unless there's physical bulks in place to prevent it from accidentally falling. If there's a mishap with one of those presses, you don't go to urgent care, you go to the morgue. On the plus side, they could probably fax you to the morgue at that point. Me looking at the strong independent woman after her $5 pepper spray malfunctions. I have a daily protein intake to meet. Me with my 30,000 watt taser that can't take down an Aryan. What the duck? You would be surprised how intensely it works. Even if you don't like the girl, as long as she presses her bests against you and grips tightly as duck, there's no way to avoid reaching the peak, even if she's literally doing it just as a prank. Man, I miss my sister. Think mother ducker's about to go crazy. Okay computer, render me an anime girl, Kaoni style, make her feet super smelly. Smellier, smellier, smellier. Smellier, 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 smellier. If you click your girl's foot and a maggot doesn't click back, you're doing it wrong. Hear me out. Unzips pants. Your size checks out. sticks his vag into the hole. Gates has probably done more for global health than any other single person in history, except maybe Genghis Khan. That dude spread STDs like wildfire. I was thinking about positive impacts, but I wasn't specific. He made lots of people positive. Dad, I don't want to go to school today, said the boy. Why not, son? Well, one of the chickens on the school farm died last week, and we had chicken soup for lunch the next day. Then 3 days ago one of the pigs died, and we had roast pork the next day. But why don't you want to go today? Because our English teacher died yesterday. A full English dinner is too much for a kid. The worst she can say is no. Me going to confess my love for her, the girl I like. If she says no, go for her sister or cousin. Okay, did it, and my sister agreed. I knew a guy. He found out his sister gave me a hand job. Not sure how. Maybe she told them. Weird family. He confronted me on it, and I thought he was going to try to fight me. Nope. He instead showed me to his treehouse, which was filled with condos, and proceeded to masturbate in front of me. I have no idea why. I can't even remember what I did. I think I was stuck not knowing how to react, and then I just left as he continued. Judd Fogel, the subway guy. The things discovered about him are quite disturbing. Prison is an appropriate place for him. He was invited to the premiere of the second Avengers movie, and less than a month later, he was in jail. He went from a mild cholesterol problem to a child's molestral problem. He kept wanting to get into smaller pants. A pen Humour ruined my male 22 relationship 1 year with my girlfriend, female 19. I told my girlfriend I was gonna watch a pen Humour with a buddy of mine, and she went no contact. Apparently it has some need scene in it, which I don't know why it's a problem because she's watched shows where guys are need or semi-need. Even though I told her I'd be willing to walk out during that scene, she wouldn't hear it and has since gone no contact. Did I do something wrong? Is this a common issue in other relationships? I've only been with one other girl, so I genuinely thought I crossed some kind of line. I'm become doubt, destroyer of relationships. Your username is now your only weapon in a war. How powerful are you? A powerful distraction. Perhaps. You and I are not so different. Wearing pink trying to look like Barbie, but really look like Peppa Pig is crazy. Iron No sees you kinda look like her dad. What's the longest you've abstained from masturbation? 6 months. Still fighting tentacular answer. Cranking one out for you. I love when men support each other. One hand applause. I, female 24, spend months telling my GP something isn't right. He didn't listen. This is the stage 4 tumor they found at the hospital now. This is not mildly infuriating, Nick. You got brain cancer. You are gonna die. The spirit of man came deep inside us all. We'll never be the same. You did not have to word it like that. You know he did. What is the worst thing to say in a funeral? Hey guys, welcome to my unboxing video. Everyone dies one day. Everyone. Even wolves. But not books. Not words. Words don't die. My son, 3, who is a lot smarter than I am. Oh, duck off Rebecca, he did not say that. I had 2 hamsters. They multiplied to 27. I separated them by gender. Difficult as duck. So they'd stop multiplying. They killed and ate each other. Hunger Games. My skeleton hurts. It's trying to escape. Oh my, why? I don't feed it enough milk. I have been greedy. He will punish me for my sins. Then find some milk. I can't. I'm too weak. We don't have any chalky milk powder. I can't drink normal milk. I go almost daily to buy kebab from the same place. Close both to my house and my workplace. There is this underpaid and overworked Arab guy that makes the kebab. I always tip 50%. He always packs my kebab with more meat than usual. He also knows how I like it. Big and spicy with all the sauces and a diet Pepsi. He gets very happy when he sees me and he calls me boss and brother. Today I was sad as duck but the hello boss, the usual, made me feel better. Kebab heals people. Can confirm. There's something about a good kebab that heals the soul. A few hours after eating one I'm significantly less recessed than normal. My grandma and her siblings got together to read their parents' letters from the war thinking it would be beautiful and wholesome, but turns out the letters were so filthy, ranchy and honey that several of them had to leave the room. Explain in great detail how wet you are for me Gertrude. Grandpa 1945. Wetter than grandpa on the beaches of Normandy. McDonald's Sprite can probably fry fish. Okay, so I'm ashamed to admit this, but I was really lonely one night and thought to stick my nut in a cup of McDonald's Sprite because I always thought the way it felt was kinda funny. Too long. Didn't read. I got a urge infection and couldn't pass for 2 days. What is the worst bedroom encounter you've ever had? I was having sex with my girlfriend buggy style. It got a little wild and she got her head shoved forward and her head busted a urge hole in wall of my bedroom. Immediately a massive infestation of ants came barreling out of the hole in all directions, blackening the wall. Girlfriend is screaming in fear. With a raging owner I ran across the hall to my bathroom, grabbed a can of Raid, flipped my mattress back, and proceeded to drench my entire wall and slithered the entire colony. What the duck is this story? It's every man's fantasy of holding off an entire army single-handedly, but also while having sex. It's nothing short of an epic tale of heroism against all odds.